What is up, and welcome to SGPN's The Daily Dog. I'm your host, Britton Hess. I'm here with my favorite Underdog fantasy picks for Saturday, Sunday, and also Friday. Today is January 10th, 2025. So we got 3 days of picks all in one show, 12 entries, a lot to get to. And if you're new to Underdog and you want to get on this action, the best way to do it is with promo code DAILYDOG, DAILYDOG, at UnderdogFantasy.com. Get a 50% deposit match bonus worth up to $1,000. That means if you put $2,000 on the app, you get $1,000 extra for free. If you put 50 up, you get 25 extra, et cetera, et cetera. Pretty easy to follow. If you haven't signed up with that promo code yet, what are you doing? But I don't have time to talk about it anymore. I got 12 entries to get to for the day. We're going to start out with Friday college football number 1. By the way, we are waiting on Emeka Egbuka to get a touchdown today to pay off one of our slips we put in yesterday. But let's go with all fresh ones here for now. Let's go Friday college football number 1. Quinn Ewers lower than 1.5 passing touchdowns against this Buckeyes defense. I just don't think that he's going to have the juice against this defense. I think Ohio State is going to be able to be very successful in this game very early. I don't think Ewers are going to have the big plays through the air that they need. So Quinn Ewers lower than 1.5 passing touchdowns for the Texas quarterback. Then I'm going to go with Jeremiah Smith, alt receiving yards, higher than 99.5 receiving yards against Texas. This guy is a superstar. This guy's a stud. And this guy is kicking you-know-what so far in the playoffs, and he's been kicking it all year, and he's a 19-year-old. He's a freshman. The dude is amazing. He's going to be an NFL star one day, and I think he's going to start building his legend even more here in this college football semifinal against Texas. Those two picks together is a 3.51x multiplier. That's Ewers lower than 1.5 passing touchdowns, Jeremiah Smith higher than 99.5 receiving yards. Friday college football number 2. I told you that I'm waiting on Emeka Egbuka to score a touchdown to pay off an entry from yesterday. Let's put in another one with him higher than 79.5 receiving yards. Another alt receiving yards higher. I think both these guys have huge games. They both had huge games last time out. I don't know why it would stop here. I don't think this Texas secondary is all that impressive. I know that they've got some award winners and whatnot, but in the playoffs we've seen teams have success through the air, including Clemson, whose passing game is nowhere near this potent. Also, HSU got creative, but regardless, they were effective. They were able to get things done through the air versus this team. I really expect to see more of that from the Ohio State Buckeyes receivers here. Pair that with Quintrevion, Wisner, lower than 61.5 rushing yards. Ohio or the Texas starting running back. The thing is the rotation for Sark is kind of unknown. He uses these guys in varying degrees each week. 61.5 rush yards is simply because he's going against one of the top rush Ds in the entire nation in Ohio State. Lower than 61.5 rush yards is totally within the realm of possibilities. Those two guys together, 3.78x multiplier. All right, Friday NBA number 1. We're going to go with Tyrese Haliburton, higher than 9.5 assists. The Pacers are taking on the Warriors, who are on game 2 of a back-to-back. Tyrese Haliburton is obviously an assist machine. I think he's going to continue that here against this weaker team. Jalen Brunson, higher than 23.5 points. I don't think Cat's going to play in this game today. If Cat doesn't play, that means Jalen Brunson has a higher usage rate. 23.5 is very low against OKC. OKC gets in a lot of high-scoring games. If it's a high-scoring game, Jalen Brunson is going to be scoring a lot of points. I don't know how else you can look at that one. Friday NBA number 2, Nikola Vucevic higher than 18.5 points. Vucevic loves bomb hunting. He loves having big games against bad teams, and the Wizards are a bad team. So give me Nikola Vucevic higher than 18.5 points. Pairing that with my guy Myles Turner, higher than 23.5 points, rebounds, and assists for the Pacers against the Warriors. Big men can eat against the Warriors, generally speaking, and Myles Turner is a big man who eats very often. He gets a ton of stats. He's double machine for the rebounds and the points, and then he gets a couple assists a game as well. Higher than 23.5, very, very possible in this game. I think that you can even play a couple alts, get this thing up to like 24.5, 25.5. But if you play the straight 23.5 with Vucevic higher than 18.5 points, that's a straight up 3x multiplier. All right, NHL number 1, entry number 1 in the National Hockey League. We're going to go with Lucas Raymond, the leading assist man of the Red Wings, as they host the Blackhawks here. The Blackhawks have been playing a little better lately, but Red Wings at home. Lucas Raymond, 26 assists on the year. A good spot to get another one versus a team that overall playing a little better. The Blackhawks, but they're still not that good. Pairing that with Nick Suzuki, higher than 0.5 assists. Nick Suzuki, obviously a very good assist man for the Canadiens, 29 assists on the year. They're going to the Capitals. Capitals are the favorite. Capitals are a good team, but the Canadiens are playing extremely well right now. I think they've won 8 of their last 10, 7 of their last 10, something like that, and against really, really good competition. So the Canadiens have turned a major corner. Part of that is Nick Suzuki being productive on the stat sheet. Then we're going to Friday NHL entry number 2. Macklin Celebrini higher than 0.5 goals as the San Jose Sharks take on the Utah Hockey Club. Celebrini, rookie, former first overall pick last year. He's having a great year. He is really giving juice to this team. I think Utah is a little bit overrated. They had a little bit of a run earlier on in the season, but I think that they're gettable. I think Macklin Celebrini gets a goal here. And then I'm going to pair that with Kyle Connor of the of the Winnipeg Jets. Sorry, I get these Canadian teams' names mixed up sometimes. Kyle Connor, higher than 0.5 assists against the Kings. Connor's got 30 assists on the year, 53 total points. This guy is a stat machine. I think the Kings' mind might be in other places, as sad as it is to say, as sad as it is to take away from that. I mean, I live in LA myself. It's kind of crazy here right now. But Kyle Connor, higher than 0.5 assists. So Macklin Celebrini goal, Kyle Connor assist, 4.98x multiplier. Saturday, NFL number 1. Justin Herbert, higher than 1.5 passing touchdowns. Russell Wilson, higher than 1.5 passing touchdowns. I am going against the grain in a major way here. Justin Herbert, he's a very talented quarterback. It's playoff time. It's time to unleash him. Obviously, they found something in Ladd McConkey, and in week 18, in week 18, they were passing all over the yard. So I really think that he has good passing options. I think J.K. Dobbins is actually a good receiving threat out of the backfield. I think that the path of least resistance actually might be catching the Texans by surprise and throwing the ball deep a couple times early in this game and getting a passing touchdown early and then cementing the game with another one late. Russell Wilson, higher than 1.5 passing TDs. I think that the Steelers, not the Penguins, different Pittsburgh team. I think the Steelers are going to be playing from behind. Garbage time, potentially a touchdown here. Russell Wilson, too. He's not looked good down the stretch. George Pickens is hopefully healthy here. He should get a score. Freiermuth should get a score. Higher than 1.5 passing touchdowns for Russell Wilson. Those two guys to have 1.5 passing touchdowns or more is 4.12x multiplier. All right, next one. We are going to go with Nico Collins, higher than 0.5 rushing plus receiving touchdowns, and Lamar Jackson, higher than 48.5 rushing yards. Nico Collins, what else do you need to say? Big play receiver, big play waiting to happen. One of the most talented receivers in the game right now, and Lamar Jackson, higher than 48.5 rushing yards. He does this on a regular, random Sunday throughout the season, but this is playoff time. It's a rivalry game. He's not going to be skittish when it comes to running. This is a 3.39x multiplier. Saturday, we got some UFC as well. I'm going to be at the event at the Apex. Looking forward to it. Love being able to check those fights out and cover them live, give you live tweets, live updates, score predictions right from ringside so you get a little bit faster than the ESPN app. Let's go with Jose Johnson, higher than 0.5 submissions against Felipe Bunes. I don't think Bunes is all that good. I think that Jose Johnson is a very unique grappler at the flyweight division, considering he's 6 feet tall. He's 6 feet tall, or I'm 6 feet tall, and I definitely don't weigh 125 pounds. I'm going to pair that with Preston Parsons, higher than 30.5 significant strikes landed. Selecki is an fidgeting threat. Selecki is going to try to wrestle. Parsons can escape some. I think Parsons is going to have the striking advantage, is what I'll say, and I don't think the grappling is going to be quite as easy as Joe Selecki is expecting. Those two together with that high juiced Jose Johnson submission is an 8.1x multiplier. Saturday, UFC number 2. We're going to go with Trey Ogden, higher than 1.5 takedowns landed against Thiago Moises. Moises is a jiu-jitsu guy. He's going to be wide open to getting taken down. He's going to think he can fight off his back. Give me Ogden higher than 1.5 takedowns there. I'm going to pair that with Amanda Hebos, higher than 99.5 significant strikes in the main event. I think her takedown defense is going to hold up against Mackenzie Dern. I think she's going to be able to score a lot of points. She's definitely the better striker. So higher than 99.5 significant strikes landed seems like a good one to me, paired with that Trey Ogden gravy, higher than 1.5 takedowns. That's a 3x multiplier. All right, finally, we are on to Sunday NFL. Josh Allen, higher than 0.5 rushing plus receiving touchdowns, and Bo Nix, higher than 0.5 rushing plus receiving touchdowns. Josh Allen, obviously, is a great runner. Bo Nix, he's actually a very capable runner as well. He takes advantage of that when the opportunity arises. This is a playoff game. They got to get desperate. This is a 5.24x multiplier. Again, I think Bo Nix is going to really get desperate to score down around that goal line if they can get there, and I think they will, because I think this defense for the Bills is gettable. And also the running game in general for the Broncos out of the running backs is not ideal. So Bo Nix is going to have to carry it there. And then the Josh Allen, as I said, you don't really need to explain much. This guy is a red zone monster. Sunday NFL number 2, Khalil Shakir, higher than 54.5 receiving yards. His freestyle way of playing with Josh Allen is so tough to deal with. The way that, Josh Allen scrambles, Khalil Shakir uses his wiggle and his speed to get off of the defender and get open. Big play potential. Khalil Shakir higher than 54.5 receiving yards. I love it all day long. I'm sorry, I'm pairing that with Jordan Love higher than 1.5 passing touchdowns against the Eagles. That's just what Jordan Love does. He throws the ball well. I think that they're going to be playing from behind. I think there might be some comeback points available for him. So give me Jordan Love higher than 1.5 passing touchdowns. That paired with Khalil Shakir higher than 54.5 receiving yards is 3.18x multiplier. All right, that's all I got for you today. Good luck on your bets, good luck on your picks all weekend long, and let's make some money.